We break down the biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
Oh, you already know what time it is. Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got what we've all been waiting for when it comes to Cody Rhodes and Gian Cena out there in London. Shout out to London, by the way. Don DeMarco for them. And now we are here to break it down and talk about it. But before we do, we are not going to waste any more time. We live, baby. Let's go. Yes. Once again, tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What's the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. I'm your host, and it is dark. And don't worry, we're going to get the lighting right. We're going to get everything right. But right now, this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to rock out. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, listen. Welcome to What's the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. I'm your host, RJD here, and I need you to hit the like button. Hit the like button rolling across the bottom of your screen and follow What's the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Spotify and Anchor coming up soon. Yeah, we're going back to Spotify and Anchor, y'all. We're going back. We're going back to the audio version. Listen, everybody needs this. Everybody needs this. So we are going back. So that is one of the updates. We are going back. We are actually live right now. So I know I said, listen, we're going to be going live soon, and we're going to be going live as I go live, and now I am live. So shout out to me. But as I do want to talk about NXT, F all that, we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw right now. And let's get into it. Actually, let's just start off with what we all want to talk about. Cody Rhodes and John Cena, y'all. Now, listen, I know everybody's been like, listen, this hasn't been the greatest build. This hasn't been WrestleMania season. I'm not feeling it. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what to do. But at the end of the day, I don't think that this WrestleMania season actually feels like WrestleMania. But what I will say is that they brought us one step closer with the promos that they bestowed upon us on Monday. They finally took those shots, just like CM Punk when he came back and he played it safe a little bit. Then they let him off the leash. And I like these well-timed curses. I heard somebody say, I think it was Punk actually. He was like, if you're going to curse, right, and maybe get in trouble, maybe not, you better do it and have it make sense. Don't just say asshole for the sake of saying asshole. Like when Naomi said, I should have, you ungrateful bitch. Everybody was like, oh, and this audience is not used to bitch and F and all of that and go F yourself. Like they're not used to that. Like AEW, you might get a curse word here or there, but here they're not used to that. They got kids at the show and shit. so when you do throw a curse word like Cody says, go F something like that, it goes over well, especially with the audience. So I like how Triple H kind of sprinkles it in there, being that on Netflix, they got a little bit more lead. It's kind of hard to do that on Fox 5. FCC airwaves, you will get fined a lot. On Fox 5, you get away with shit like that. So, and I like it when they sprinkle it in, right? Sprinkle it in. So Cody came face to face with Cena out there, and Cody said, listen, man, you're going to bury me, right? You're going to whip my ass on the mic, right? Let's start here. I have an arm tattoo on my neck. You know what I'm saying? He talked about his neck tattoo. He said, oh, let's talk about this. Stardust. Yeah, Stardust is going to beat you. The crowd started chanting Stardust. So, he tried to Eminem himself, and that's cool. That was cool. I liked it. And he was like, but now you see Cena struggling with the idea that Superman is dead. And then Cena responded by saying, the fans have said for years that he buries talent, but he said he is talent and he buries mediocrity. And I was like, okay, Cena. And Cena was like, he went on to say that Rose doesn't work or act as hard as Cena does, but rather he is basically a fake version of other wrestlers he's idolized, and something mediocre wearing something meaningful, which is the WWE Championship. Now, Cena basically said, bro, you are me. You wanted to be me. And he said, listen, I looked up to you, but you're still an asshole. Cody said that. He said, I looked up to you, but you're still an asshole. Rose said that he was chosen because Cena said that like he was chosen. And Rose said, yeah, you was chosen. You was chosen by a man sitting in an office that doesn't work here anymore, and we don't talk about that. And the crowd was like, ooh. Now, there was a point in time where Cody lost this crowd. Cena said something, and they were starting to boo Cody. And when he dropped that Vince McMahon line, everybody came on back. Everybody was like, oh, shit. Everybody was like, oh, we back on Cody's side. So when you go in there with Cena, you better nut up, grab your cojones and get after him. So he said after a little bit more back and forth, Cena closed by saying Rose isn't worthy of living up to the standards he left. Rhodes said Rhodes' last shot was saying that in the time that he's been in the business, nobody chanted, you can't wrestle. Oh, well, excuse me, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. First of all, the international fans are absolutely maniacs. They are maniacs, all of them. I love the international fans because all that they do, they make everything better. Like it could be a regular clothesline. They're like, oh, it's a clothesline. Like these fans go crazy. I don't know if they're drunk. I don't know if they're just happy. I don't know if they don't get WWE a lot. So they're like, we're going to fucking go crazy. But I love the international fans. They are amazing. Amazing. I think if they could chant for 2 hours, they would chant for 2 hours straight and nothing bad would become of it. But at the end of the day, Cody tried Cena. He was on his way out. Cody dropped that line. Cena went back in the ring, acted like he was going to hit him, tried to turn around, tried to cheap shot him, and Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads on him. Cena was laid out. And that's another thing I want people to look at. Like, when you see Roman or Cena or Cody or somebody on that level, they don't half-ass it. Like, when they get laid out, and Cena is big dog. Cena could have got laid out and he could have, been selling it like, oh, my head. Nah, Cena was motionless. So it's like, even when the top guys sell for each other, it's like they sell for each other like, oh no, he really put him out. Like, seriously. And I love that. I love that. Because it's like the top guys are like, no, we're going to go out there and do what we got to do as well. So shout out to them. But Cena is going to have to go over on Cody eventually. So, Cena's going to have to get his leg back. He's going to get his leg back. So it's just a matter of when he gets his leg back. But it's going to happen. But I love this because they finally took the handcuffs off a little bit. Cody said only one of us sold out to The Rock. Everybody was like, oh my God. Everybody was going crazy. So this back and forth was what we needed to make this WrestleMania season actually feel like WrestleMania season, because it didn't feel like WrestleMania season, because you could tell these guys wanted to say more, but they were kind of handcuffed. And today they took the handcuffs off, and that's great. That's what we needed. We needed them to take the handcuffs off. So now that the handcuffs are off, as we get closer to Mania, we'll get The Rock, we'll get Cody getting laid out, and I still think Cena wins at Mania, but we'll see. But we definitely needed this. Now, all we need now is for The Rock to be entered into this. Like, maybe he's not announced. Maybe they don't promote. I mean, it's going to be hard because, if they have The Rock there, he's going to want to promote that he's coming. But maybe they don't promote that he's coming. Maybe they just say, you know what? The Rock is coming, and he shows up, and he gives Cody a rock bottom, and he says, look at you now. Look at you now. I am the final boss. I am here. Look at you now, boy. Come here. Mama Rhodes. Look at your boy, Mama Rhodes. Look at him now. Huh? This is what happens when you fuck with the final boss. Shout out to The Rock, man. Rock is great. But let's see what happens. They're going to have to add The Rock in here. They got to throw him a bone. They got to throw him a bone somewhere. So let's see what happens when they do that. I am looking forward to that. So this we needed. We absolutely needed this. We needed those two to go head to head and see what happens. And now we're here. So we had the New Day. What else happened on this show, I say? We had the New Day versus the New Catch Republic. And they lost. So they put the New Catch Republic there because I think they're from London or they're from England. They're from over there. And the New Day went over on them. Great. Gunther kind of killed Jimmy Uso. I mean, he was all bloody. Jay Uso was handcuffed to the freaking ropes and he couldn't save his brother. He was like, come on, bro. I got you, bro. And he was like, yes, I am the ring general. Look at your brother. He was choking him out. He was choking him out. And Gunther continued to beat him up after the match. Jay ran in to chase him off. But Gunther returned the attack on the Usos, eventually zip tying Jay to the ropes before watching him beat the holy hell out of Jimmy. And now I want to see Jay get his comeuppance. And I'm glad that Jimmy got bloodied up and he was just getting choked out. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio beat Braun Breaker and Penta El Cero Miedo. After Balor hit the coup de grace on Penta, Breaker accidentally hit Penta with a spear and speared him out of his boots. Penta confronted Braun Breaker later in the show, calling the international champion. They called him stupid. That's an L. AJ Styles challenged Logan Paul to a match at WrestleMania before the two brawled, but Paul hit him with some dope ass flippity cutter move, and AJ sold it like he was half dead. So shout out to him. That's going to be a good match. And then we had the Women's World Championship match, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. But unfortunately, Bianca Belair was the guest referee, and she sucks as a referee. And we see where this is going. This is going to be a triple threat match. So there was a double disqualification here. Ripley accidentally hit Bianca Belair first. Sky hit Belair after, leading to a double DQ. The three women brawled after the fact, and Rhea hit both Belair and Io Sky with riptides as the crowd chanted one more time. Rhea hit another riptide on Belair, this time from the second rope. So we all knew where this was going. They just took a funky way to get to it. But we knew what time it was. We knew it was going to be a triple threat. We knew it was going to be those three. And I don't know who wins, but I'm looking forward to the match, goddammit. Don DeMarco. I want to talk about NXT real quick. And I will be doing a prediction show on AEW this week. But NXT is very watchable, y'all. I don't know if you've watched NXT, but this show is very watchable. Now, is it black and gold? No. No, it's not. It's not black and gold, but it is watchable. Excuse me. Oh, I'm burping on the stream. My bad. My bad. But it is very watchable. It is a very good show. And I am starting to enjoy these NXTs. I'm not going to lie. So real quick, what happened? Stephanie Von Kerr had to relinquish one of the belts. She beat Julia for the NXT women's belt. She relinquished the North American title. If I kind of figure that's going to go to Jordan Grace, we'll see if it does or it does not. Shout out to the Juggernaut. We had Zara with Sol Ruka beat Last Legend in a qualifier for a Stand and Delivers North American Championship ladder match, which is probably going to be crazy. We had No Quarter Catch Crew versus Hawk Walker and Tank Ledger, and No Quarter Catch Crew got the win there. That was smooth. We had Whoop That Trick, get him, Whoop That Trick. We had Trick out there talking to Mr. Bouncy himself, Javon Evans, and Obafemi actually came out, and I didn't realize Obafemi, when he's not, he looks so much bigger than everybody, but Trick Williams and him is like the same height. They're like the same height, and Javon is just as tall as them too. Like, they're all tall guys. Obafemi is just a big, I don't know where he's from, Africa, Nigeria. I don't know where he's from, but he's a big dude. That's all that matters. So these two had a little spat, and it's going to be a triple threat match between those three, and that's going to be a great main event. And then we have Roxanne Perez versus Keilani Jordan, which I really liked. Keilani Jordan is really flexible. And is that the girl who does the kickoff stunner from the ropes? The kickoff cutter? I don't know if that's her, but I've seen her wrestle before. Keilani Jordan is really good. So she'll be in the ladder match. And then we had Ricky Saints, a.k.a. Ricky Starks, Mr. Absolute, versus Sean Spears and the Culling. And Sean Spears, the chairman, formerly known as, very good as always. And Sean Spears fights Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints beats him against all odds and is your new North American champion. I love it. I like it. NXT, real quick, it's been really good. Really looking forward to seeing what else they got. And at Stand and Deliver, I am looking to see what they do here. So I'm all for it. I like NXT. I'm starting to love it. I mean, the talent is just, there's so much freaking talent. It's just like, Jesus Christ, the talent is just ridiculous. Like, why do we have so much talent on these shows? Like, NXT is just, like WWE has so much talent, and then AEW, if you look at the women's division, so much talent. It's like ridiculous. Like, why is so many talented wrestlers out here? But that's all I got for you. AEW is currently on right now as this is recording, so I'm gonna cut this off. Going to watch that. I probably will record AEW tomorrow, so look out for my review as well as my preview and predictions for the next AEW pay-per-view. And as for me, I am out. So what that means is everybody have a good night. Go enjoy yourself. I'm out of here. Be safe. Peace.